John Candy was probably the most likeable actor in film history. If you'd never heard of him, here's a little biography of him. John Candy became reasonably well known in the late 80s and early 90s, appearing in hit films as an actor. He is one of the few actors you could see play a role with all he had. Of course, he was in some bad films, but he was somehow able to make those films okay just because he appeared in them. He put as much effort as he could into his films, and in the process was such a likeable guy, which of course marked his legend. Candy's most well-known films are National Lampoon's Vacation, Planes, Trains and Automobiles, Uncle Buck and Cool Runnings, which most people know him from. Just by looking at Candy, you could easily tell that he had a weight issue. This unfortunately got worse as his health really deteriorated in the 90s. In 1994, Candy acted in what would be his last film, Wagons East. It was an unfortunate critical and commercial bomb. After the very last day of shooting, him and some of the exhausted cast had a late night spaghetti supper which John cooked. After John went to bed in his room at the Camino El Pecu in Durango, Mexico. Unfortunately, after going to bed, he would never wake up. He died of a heart attack in his sleep.
Oh, when will I then, will I never know I'll believe in the story you told me so?
John was a humble, sensitive man, full of faith, who seemed forever grateful for his gifts and his time on this earth. Thank you, John.
Candy's legacy, not only in films but in life, has since lived on and will forever live on. Okay, a really depressing way to start the video, I know, but let's celebrate his legacy on this Sam's Movie special where I finally review another good movie. I want to look at what I think are his best films and my personal favourites of his: Planes, Trains and Automobiles and Uncle Buck. Bear with me, huge fans of these films, as I could get a few things wrong, because believe it or not, I saw these films for the first time recently, and because they were so good, I had to show you them all, as it just bothers me that at least no one I know knows John Candy in these films, and they only know Cool Runnings. Don't get me wrong, Cool Runnings is a great film, and I personally love it, but these two are the two that stand out from John Candy. Let's begin with the second release of these two in 1989, Uncle Buck. Before I go over the plot and what's so great about this film, I have to say that this is really sort of a prequel to Home Alone. If you want proof, just watch this.
Where's your office?
I don't have one.
How come?
I don't need one.
Where's your wife?
Don't have one.
How come?
It's a long story.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
How come?
It's an even longer story.
Where's your mom?
My mom's in the car.
Where's your father?
He's at work.
What about your brothers and your sisters?
I'm an only child.
Where do you live?
I can't tell you that.
Why not?
Because you're a stranger.
Yeah, it's a prequel. Okay, so this is the plot. Basically, the parents of this family have to go visit the mum's father as he's had a heart attack. Yeah, ironically sad with John Candy in this, I know. They have no options for people to take care of their kids except one, the father's brother Buck, a fat, lazy slob who avoids a challenge in life and instead goes for the easy route. He is sent to look after the kids and, of course, for most of the movie, hijinks ensues. I gotta be honest, with anyone other than John Candy in this film as this character, this movie would have really sucked. But Candy is just so great with this character that he just makes the film. So yeah, it does start off a little dodgy, but just when you think it's going to be one of those cliche films, this happens.
Are you really this stupid? I said I would get a ride. I always get a ride.
Hey, I'll just call the school, find out what time, and I'll meet you right here.
Go ahead, call the school. I won't be here.
Stand me up today. And tomorrow, I'll drive you to school in my robe and pajamas and walk you to your first class.
Yeah, John Candy is a disser in this film. He disses this girl so much and comes up with the funniest lines and comebacks, and it just is hilarious.
Did you ever have anyone embarrass you like this?
No.
And that's what's so great about John's character in this film. He's brilliant. He's obviously so nice and likable, but yet has such a big personality with great comebacks. The moments in the film where John is just hilarious to watch are almost too good to be true. The joke with his car is just such a great writing joke as well, even if it is a bit overdone. There is one joke that makes you cringe while making you laugh at the same time, and yeah, I'll let you.
Come on. What do I have to talk dirty to you? Come on, open up for Daddy. Shovel loading. There we go. Come on, it's nice and easy.
Freeze!
What? Who are you?
Cindy!
She's in Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah? Who you talking dirty to?
The washing machine.
Now, I can't explain to you more about what happens in this movie. I can only say that it's so well done and so underrated because it's a film that you just have to watch for yourself and enjoy it for yourself. What I can explain is why the puzzle of John Hughes' writing is just so great. Alright, so the character Buck is written in a way where he's crazy and over the top in his methods of being caring, yet is such a caring character at the same time. You can just understand it and see it in every word he speaks and every look he gives that he cares for these kids, especially the older girl. They have a truly powerful bond in this film that at times, yes, it can be frustrating to watch. I won't spoil it. Yet so much fun.
Did you do anything to Bug? Oh my god. What did you do?
What the shit? No, this is too much.
You shithead!
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
I'm gonna suffocate in here!
Isn't this a family movie?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Okay, asshole! I'm sorry!
I don't know if I told you this or not, but I'm an amateur dentist.
Oh, yes, he is.
A family picture. You betcha! Ah! Yes, sir!
What? What the shit? What the hell? And that's the seed for what's to come that Hughes planted. At the beginning, the husband, when thinking of babysitters, mentions Buck and how he's nice and caring and can take care of people well. The mother, of course, distracts this and overshadows it by saying that he doesn't have a job and his girlfriend sells tires.
It's just a suggestion. He doesn't have kids. He isn't married. He doesn't even work. He's a little out there, but he's responsible. And he's family.
Buck is not the kind of guy I feel comfortable leaving my kids with.
Yeah, like that decides how well he takes care of your kids, you stupid bitch. This is why, in my opinion, the film is so underrated. It plants an Easter egg here for you to try and figure out, but distracts you while he says this. And also, that's his brother. He would know if he's caring, you stupid buck. Overall, the film is great. Candy's character is brilliant, and everyone does their part in this to try and make the film a great film for everyone, and I mean everyone, to watch and enjoy. And that's all there is to say in trying to convince you to watch it. I hope you watch this film and enjoy it as much as I did. So my score is $1 out of 10. I bought this film for $1. Shut the buck up! And yeah, that's why I love Uncle Buck. It's just such a great film. I only watched it for the first time a few weeks ago, but I just had such a great time watching it. I was obviously scared at the start. I thought it was going to be a really dodgy, cliche movie, but it was just so well written. John Hughes, of course, wrote it, and it's just so great to watch. You have to watch it. It is a genuinely great film. Just all the memorable moments of Uncle Buck make it so good, and they all make it just such a great film. I mean, it is just very great to watch. I do think there would be a few people that wouldn't like it, but I personally love the film and I definitely recommend it. Go out and see it. Uncle Buck. Great film. And that still image at the end of John Candy waving just made me want to cry. That was part 1 of my 2-part series of John Candy's best films. Part 2 will be coming out soon, so yes, sit tight. It'll come out soon.